Okay, who wants to get us underway? Nazar, we go.
Yeah, I think when you're in a moment like we're in, you know, Madrid was a version of it. We missed chances, and then the game goes against you. And today, I think we had a footballing control of the game. Brentford would always make it difficult by turning you round and winning throw-ins and corners, and obviously the goal comes from that. Second half, we were more dynamic, created more chances, and they do us on the counter-attack. So I'm going to sit here and bemoan the players. The opposite. I think I feel for the players tonight because absolutely wasn't an application thing. You control the game, you create some chances. I think with the 20% more confidence as a group, we win the game. Probably, no disrespect to Brentford because they can go with anybody. But I think the way the game set up for me today, we would win that game, and we don't probably because of the moment we're in.
Neil?
Normal one, Frank. The ones who weren't involved were the fit or unfit, Bettinelli, Zakaria, David Fofana,
Cucurella's injured himself in training 2 days ago, so he'll be out for a few weeks, quad injury. Bettinelli injured, recovering, and the others not in the squad.
In the starting lineup, there were 10 goals this season in the league. In the Brentford centre forward, there were 19 goals. I mean, it would have been almost impossible for you to get more goals on the pitch in the starting lineup. What can you do? What can anyone do with these players as a group? Or does it have to change at the end of the season?
Well, we'll see about that, Spy, won't we? I think you know, there is a balance of the squad thing to address. I think everybody sees that. And you're right about what can you do, because this has been a problem that predates me recently coming into this. So when there are not sometimes so many goals, you also have to make sure that you have players that can do a tactical job, can work for the team. We saw that against Madrid. We played a similar type starting lineup in terms of goals. Everyone told me there weren't that many goals. Those are my options. And we have to keep working and fighting to try and create opportunities to score goals. So I think it's two things. Maybe there aren't goals so much in the team, and when you're low in confidence, that last bit, that last chance, Oba comes on and have a couple of moments. Oba hasn't played so many minutes. Maybe a fresh Oba scores those goals. There are different parts to that. But it's a clear issue with the squad, hence why we haven't scored enough goals for a team like Chelsea.
And did this penalty area presence in the second half give the team, just on its own, that little bit extra?
Yeah, I think so. And Oba's been a tough one for me because I've got complete respect for him as a player. He scored, I think, 300 and whatever goals in his career. He couldn't play the 2 Madrid games for me because he's not in the squad. He came on against Wolves, and for a number 9 particularly, to be sharp and to be playing regularly is key. So to see him train when we haven't had big minutes to train in the last few days, I've seen him be able to train. So he was in my thinking for today anyway. And yeah, he certainly has the profile of a number 9, and we don't have that elsewhere in the squad. So I did see a difference in that term.
Liam?
Hi Frank, you've got all of the league's top 4 in the final 6 games. The other 2 games, I think the teams fighting hard against relegation. How do you go about getting that confidence back in the group?
That's just a reality. We've got a really tough run in 3 of those top 4 are away from home. I don't think it's worth going probably one step other than the next one at the minute, which is Arsenal. And so the team have to be motivated, that there's a lot on it. Even though people go, there's not much on it for you, you're not going to get in Europe, you're not going to get relegated, all those things. But at the same time, they have to be individually motivated. And I thought today they were. And then you have to keep fighting for the turn. Because I've been a player in a moment, maybe not similar to exactly now, but certain moments individually. And then sometimes you rely on your teammate who's in great confidence, great nick, and they maybe get you a result on a night like tonight. At the minute, we have a collective moment like that. So the only way out of it is to work. We play a back 3 in the first half. We control the game. We're not effective enough at the top end of the pitch. You play a back 4, we're more effective looking, but we still could concede on a counter-attack. It's not a tactical problem for me at the minute in this short term. But at the minute, there's clearly a confidence problem, and I can see that in the players' faces after, because they're not sitting there bemoaning each other at this moment. There's a nature of them being down. I walked into that. They've been living it longer than me, and we're trying everything to affect it. Firstly with performance, and then for results, and we have to keep going with that.
Andy?
Hi Frank.
Hi.
When all is said and done, it's now 5 defeats in a row. Do you think maybe did you underestimate the size of the task ahead of you when you came here? Do you fear maybe that if this carries on like this, it might actually damage you as a manager having to deal with all this?
Well, I don't know. I'm not concerned about what people on the outside think, because I don't think they ever understand the conditions of what you're working with. I think there's an understanding of where we're at as a club. 2 of those games against Real Madrid, and clearly when I came in, I'm here for a reason, because the results weren't what they want. So the challenges, I didn't have a bar of what the challenge is going to be. I understood there will be challenges behind the scenes because of where we are. That's been clear to me coming in. And in a short time frame, it's really hard at this stage of the season to get that turn. You have to just keep working for it, and we haven't got it yet. So I'm not concerned. I took it on knowing the jeopardy of what it might be, but I'm very proud to manage here. And I've been in a situation. I came here when we had a difficult moment before, and we had big success in my first year. I went to Everton. I had a challenge to stay in the league. I stayed in the league. People will always perceive you in a different way anyway. And in this short term, I'm not worried. I want to win games. It's clear. But I understand the problems as to why we're probably not winning games. And it's very easy. I got asked there before about belief and how you're going to change that. I can't just say, lads, believe, and they're going to run out and believe all of a sudden. Those things take time and they take a bit of work, and then maybe something goes in your favour. Tonight, nothing went in our favour, but we have to keep working towards the idea that something will. And if it's against Arsenal, if it's against Bournemouth or Forest, the bigger picture for Chelsea will be much bigger as the club moves forward in the summer and onwards. But in this short period with the players that I'm working with, they have to dig deep to try and find that moment.
Okay, last 2 tonight, Matt Law and then Matt Dunn to finish. Brilliant. Matt Dunn, last one, please.
Sorry, it's still mine.
Oh, shame.
Frank, you said about people on outside the club not understanding what's going on, but the fans made their feelings quite clear in final whistle. I think